Hey friend, so this is the last book I have to read for you today. And I think it's probably one of the most important books I've read to you so far. And it's the most classic too. It's The Little Engine That Could. What makes this book so important is its idea of something called self-efficacy. Now, what self-efficacy means is it's the ability for a person to believe in their own mental or physical capabilities and doing something. I know it kind of sounds weird in the dimension of, or how, in regards to how does this relate back to health, but self-efficacy is scattered through every dimension of health that we've talked about before. I know, or I'm assuming your teachers have taught you about like mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, all those different dimensions. And with self-efficacy, it relates entirely back to every one of those. And we can talk about it a little bit more after I read the book to you. So, The Little Engine That Could by Watty Piper. Oh. Chug, 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 puff, puff, puff. Ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full with good things for the boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with no necks at all, even baby elephants. And then there were dolls. Dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, and dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads. And the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. See the clown right there hanging out with the dolls? And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing a boy or girl could ever want. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk, and their breakfast, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all these wonderful things so the good boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily, and then all of a sudden she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried, but the wheels could not turn. What were all the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and all the good food to eat? Here comes a shiny new engine, said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. Let's ask him to help us. So all the dolls and toys cried out together. Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the shiny new engine snorted. I pull you? I'm a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you can ever dream of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, and a dining car with waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and a parlor car which people sit in soft armchairs and look out the big plate glass windows. I pulled that thing the likes of you? Indeed not. And off he steamed to the roundhouse, where engines lived and they were not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown cried out, the passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here's another engine coming, a great big strong one. Let's ask them to help us. The little toy clown waved his flag, and a big strong engine came up. Please, oh please, big engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the good boys and little girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the big, strong engine bellowed, I am a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you. And the freight engine pushed off indignantly to the roundhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. Cheer up, the little toy clown, said the little toy clown. The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another one. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little. Perhaps he'll help us. So the little toy clown waved his flag at the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. And the engine stopped. Please, King Engine, cried the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the rusty old train sighed. I am so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot. And off he rumbled to the roundhouse, chugging. I cannot. Then indeed the little train was very, very, very sad, and the dolls and toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, Here's our engine coming! A little blue engine, a very little one, and maybe she will help us out. The very little engine came chugging merrily around the way. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. What is the matter, my friends? She asked so kindly. Oh, little blue engine, cried the dolls and toys. Will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with, or good food to eat. Please help. Please help. Please help us, little engine. I'm not very big, said the little blue engine. They use me only for switching trains to the yard. I've never ever been up over the mountain. But we must get over the mountain before the children awake, said all the dolls and toys. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears in the doll's eyes. And she thought of the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good food to eat unless she helped. Then she said, I think I can. And she hitched herself up to the little train. She tugged and she pulled and she pulled and she tugged and she slowly started off. The toy clown came tugging aboard, and the dolls and the toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and all the toy animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chug, chug, went the little engine, blue engine. I think I can. Up, faster and faster. The little engine climbed up until at very last, it reached the top of the mountain, down in the valley of the city. Hooray! Hooray! Cried the funny little clown and the dolls and toys. The good little boys and girls in the city will be happy because you helped us, kind little blue engine. And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say as she puffed and steamed down the mountain, I thought I could. And that's the end. The reason why I love this book so much is because it works in almost every dimension of health that you probably learned about in school. In an intellectual sense, or in an educational sense, you can think, I know I can do well on this. I know I can do well on a test or whatever. And you just keep pushing that in your head. And also another thing, as I realized as I was reading the book is it also teaches people about nutrition somewhat, because it makes such a good point to make sure the kids have a strong and healthy diet with the good foods and vegetables that the little train was trying to bring. So this book works in a lot of variety of different ways, which is why I love it so much. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a good day and hope you have a blessed night. Thank you.